Hey, returning RAs. Welcome to the next episode of Squirrel Flicks. Today's topic is all about leadership and mentoring. One of the reasons that we really wanted to take this time to go over this topic is that we recognize how important you are as returning RAs. In our eyes, returning RAs are stars. You are the role models for our new staff. You know how to handle situations, and you can take the lead in a crisis. You've developed and implemented creative programs to enhance our residents' lives. You're the team members that we depend on to be the rocks for the rest of the team. We don't take this responsibility lightly, and neither should you. So let's start off with a definition of leadership. We are using the definition of leadership from the Leadership Challenge, which was written by Jim Kouzes and Barry Posner. Their definition states that leadership is the art of mobilizing others to want to struggle for shared aspirations. And what we're hoping is that as returning RAs, that you will work with all of the new RAs and figure out what your common purpose is so that you are all sharing a similar aspiration. Now, I know you're all like, Sherry be making stuff up, but actually, this is actually grounded in research. Jim Kouzes and Barry Posner, as I mentioned, they've written this book called The Leadership Challenge. Within the Leadership Challenge, they discuss the 5 practices of exemplary leadership. The way that they have come up with these 5 practices is by interviewing over 3 million student leaders to identify what those common core practices are. And after 25 years of research, they've come up with the 5. Before we talk about each of the practices, a couple things that I just want to mention is that they believe that leadership is learned and that everyone has the potential to be a leader. So regardless of whether you're in a mentor, resident assistant role, or SEA, each and every one of you has the potential to be a leader, and you will be role models for the new staff. Something to remember that it's not about personality, it's not about who is most charismatic or anything like that. It's really about figuring out what these behaviors are and then developing those behaviors for yourself. So we know that not all leaders are the same, but by engaging in these 5 common practices, you can show that you are exemplary. The 5 practices are model the way, inspire a shared vision, challenge the process, enable others to act, and encourage the heart. And we're going to talk a little bit about each of these. An easy way to remember them is to just think about the word MICE. So that's MICEE. So the first practice is model the way. Modeling the way is not just about role modeling, it's really about clarifying your beliefs and your values so that you can behave in such a way that represents those values. The next one is inspire a shared vision. What this is really about is it's about thinking about the future, thinking about what we want from the future, sharing that vision with others, and getting them on board. It's about enlisting them in that common vision. Challenge the process is really about looking for those moments, those opportunities where you can challenge yourself to go a little bit above, a little bit beyond. So if you've done things the same way over and over again, now why don't we take it to the next level and let's see what innovative ways you can change, grow, or improve what you're doing. It's definitely a time for you to get a little risky, try some new things out. The next one is enable others to act. This is very important. It's really about fostering collaboration with the other people who are around you, but also encouraging them to go out and to show that they are also leaders. And so as a returning RA, this one comes into play when you have a new RA that is like, I don't know how to do this. You can show them how to do it, but do so in a way that it teaches them how to do it so that they can actually step up and do it the next time instead of just doing it for them. And the last practice is encouraging the heart. Encouraging the heart is really about recognizing the contributions that each of you make. So why is all of this important in the first place? Like I said earlier, you have a great responsibility. It is up to you to be the role models and the mentors for the new staff. You, as a returner, you're going to have so much influence on the group dynamic moving forward. And I just hope that you put in the energy and the effort to make sure that it's a great one. So let's take a few moments to look at a couple RAs that I have worked with before. You have Sam on one side, Terry on the other side. Sam was an RA for 2 years. Sam did their paperwork on time. They never missed duty or meetings. They did programs, but they did all of these things, but they always gave the bare minimum. They didn't communicate well with staff, and they spent most of their time with their significant other. On the other side, you have Terry. Terry was an RA for just a semester longer than Sam, but Terry was always around and felt way too much responsibility for helping the new RAs. Matter of fact, whenever a new RA had an issue, Terry just handled it for them and never actually taught them how to deal with it themselves. Terry thought that they were better than other returners. They thought that they knew more than their newly hired RHC. And any returner who did not put in the same type of effort to help new RAs, Terry would harshly confront them because they weren't following Terry's lead. Now, just take a couple moments right now and think about Sam and think about Terry. Each of them, in their own way, tried to be a mentor. However, you have to find your own balance between Sam and Terry. You have to figure out the things that you're going to do and how you can be a mentor to our new RAs. Mentoring is the developmental partnership through which one person shares knowledge, skills, and information to help the other one grow. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for you to reach out to these new RAs and share everything that you know with them so that they can be the best RAs that they can be. Remember, mentoring is a brain to pick, an ear to listen to, and a push in the right direction. So we hope that you will encourage all of our new RAs to be their best. Please, please, please don't be that RA. Don't just drop the ball, say, I don't even want to deal with the new folks, because that's not going to be a great experience for anybody. Instead, we encourage you to be a leader and to be a mentor. We want you to reach back and extend a warm hand to those new RAs. Remember, you have this great responsibility as a returning RA, and it comes with great power.